What's up guys, Editing Meredith here. Just wanted to do a quick preface while I'm in for the this video that you're watching right now is about Portfolio Day at CalArts, which occurred earlier this month. And currently I'm filming and editing a video and explanation about the CalArts education that I'm receiving during this crisis. So that'll be coming soon, but for now, enjoy this video.
Went everywhere, awesome. Hi everyone, it is February 28th, it's a Friday, and that is 4 days till Portfolio Day. I meant to start this intro way earlier. I've been prepping for Portfolio Day all week. It's just been kind of crazy, so I haven't had the time to pull out my camera. But I know my Portfolio Day video is really popular and a lot of people have a lot of questions on that. So I wanted to sort of, for my final year, do like a full culmination of everything that I've learned, all of my advice, and just like have a nice comparison of where I was versus where I am now and what I've learned. Driving to school right now, I have my thesis class where I sort of present the work that I've accomplished for the past like month or so. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'll see you once I'm done with that. And then I'll sort of talk about my game plan for Portfolio Day. So see you in an hour.
1 hour later.
So much for that. Well, the good news is the lights in my car don't work anymore, so you can't see me. Okay, that's better. It's the end of Friday and I have a couple more days to prepare for Portfolio Day, which is Tuesday morning. It's been kind of a mad dash. The way I've sort of organized my thinking this year is in stages. I still have plenty of work to accomplish, but I'm feeling okay. This lighting is pretty terrible, but I can't get up to change it because little kitty cat is right here. She's purring. I don't know if you can hear. Okay, so really quickly, I just wanted to discuss the properties of Portfolio Day. What is it? What does it consist of? And how to prepare, basically. Portfolio Day at CalArts is when you are able to put all of your work out on a table, and a huge list of studios in Los Angeles and all over the world really, can come by, observe, look at your work, pick up your business card, pick up your resume, and there's an opportunity at the end of the day for them to do callbacks. So if they want to talk to you, they can. And you go over there, you introduce yourself, you talk more about your work, and then they'll give you internship forms to fill out, or they'll talk about other interviews they're having. So it's a great opportunity, and they've been doing it for a long time. I've participated in Portfolio Day for 3 out of my 4 years at CalArts. I really wasn't prepared to do it my first year, and I've done a stop motion centric portfolio ever since. So the way that Portfolio Day is structured is that you come in bright and early in the morning, 7 or 8 a.m., you sign in, you set everything up on your table, you leave. You can't come into that main gallery space for hours. Then all of the studios come in, they peruse the work for I think 3 to 4 hours, and there's a break for lunch. You come back and then callbacks are posted. And for hours after that until like 3 or something, or starting at 3, I don't remember, you can talk to people. So the amount of space that you get is the same for everyone, no matter what your ear level is or what you're doing. You get 4 feet by 4 feet. It's like card tables that are like side to side to side to side, all the way down the main gallery, and you get 4 feet by 4 feet. You share it with a neighboring person. Each of you gets 1 outlet on the electrical strip, and you can put whatever you want on there. So typically what people do is the following. They have a paper portfolio that you can physically flip through that has your work. Most of the time with character animation, you'll have like story art, visual development, character designs, some turnarounds, things like that. And with stop motion, for example, for me, it's fabrication centric. So props that I've made, puppets that I've made, hair that I've made, costumes, like all that types of stuff. And so you can look through it and see all that stuff. Next, most often people have a reel playing on their computer. So they'll leave their computer on there and then have something playing on loop that represents their work in motion. So snippets from either professional or student work that they've worked on. And again, in stop motion, that's very similar. I've put all of my student films on loop. I've put commercials that I've worked on just to get a vibe of the moving image. You see it on the paper, but then like when you see it for real moving, it has way more of a pow, way more of a presence. It's always recommended to have business cards. At CalArts, we have a deal, we have a discount code with the company moo.com. I've used them every year. Obviously, a discount code is always great. I really do love their products. I launched a Kickstarter project and have since successfully funded that, and a lot of the paper products that I can use Moo for, I will be. I'm very impressed with their stuff. 10 out of 10, really excellent. So it's always recommended to do a business card, and it's especially helpful for you to be able to put 15 down, for example, and then when you come back to pick up all of your things at the end of the day, you can count them and see how many are missing and how many people took your work. Before I was so rudely interrupted by my sister, I was talking about business cards. In conjunction with that, the business cards are not required, but fairly necessary, but the resume is required. The resume is actually even turned in to the faculty, so we have this little folder on the school server that we put it into for people to have access to. For example, if somehow we run out of our own resumes on our own tables, they are able to be like, oh yeah, Meredith, yeah, I have that, and then give it to whoever is looking for it. So I usually do 15 or so copies of the resume and 15 business cards. For me, that's perfect. I've never even come close to running out. And then the final thing that is sort of on your table is a display. So the display depends on what you're doing. In stop motion, it's pretty clear that we're making things that are physical and in the real world, and we have puppets and we have sets. So it's very striking to have that stuff out on stage because it's beautiful and really unique looking. So if you're doing a character animation story thing, you're way less likely to have something physical. So people do stickers, people do zines. I personally don't care for that. It can get really muddy looking. I like my table to be really clean, and there's not a lot of space for us to work with to begin with, so I try and be as smart with my space as possible and not add a lot of crap. It's not crap, but extraneous stuff. With that being said, my display is going to be of my puppet at the dining room table, which is sort of the main motif of the film. He's sitting at the table making tea, and then this starlight is emerging from the center of the table. And so I'm going to be sort of recreating that scene on a smaller version of the kitchen floor. That's just a smaller piece of wood cut into a circle with the wood floor. And so that's going to be out on my table. And then also they require you to fill out a sheet with your name, your year level, your program, and your social media handles. Where I'm standing now, Portfolio Day is tomorrow, and I have most of those things done. My business cards are going to be the same ones that I used last year. All of the information is updated, so I don't really need to go out and spend another $30 on something that is still good. My resume is done. I turned that in a couple days ago into the faculty, and I need to print them out. I'm planning on printing them out on craft paper to make them look a little funky, a little more unique. So I have the craft paper with me, but I need to find a printer on campus that's willing to let me load my own paper. If that doesn't work out, then I'm gonna have to run over to Staples and just have them do it.
And I also need to print out my portfolio pages.
Look, I just got the letter on Friday, and I didn't know how to tell you.
I'm really happy for you. Okay? Okay. Let's go have some fun.
2.5 hours at Staples later, we got my resumes and my portfolio pages all printed out. They were great. They weren't slow. It was me that was slow, and all of my USB sticks weren't working, and all my files weren't opening, and they didn't have paper, and it was like, blah. So everything's fine. I'm going to go back to my studio and put all the pages into the portfolio, and I can show you guys what it's looking like. It's 7:02 in the morning, and theoretically I'm supposed to be at school right now. Got a late start. That sucks. I feel terrible. I feel so sick. Speaking of sick, we got an email yesterday or 2 days ago about and
how we are encouraged not to shake anyone's hand today. It's kind of weird. I mean, like, the recommendations that they had instead were just making me laugh. Like, waving, smiling and nodding, verbally acknowledging each other's presence, elbow tapping. How am I supposed to make it like a professional, first impression with like a little elbow tap? Incredibly exhausted. It's like 2:15. It's 2:15ish. And I'm getting out of here. I had all of my interviews, all my callbacks. I had 3. I had one with Leica, one with Hornet Studios, and one with Open the Portal. Open the Portal is out here in Los Angeles. Hornet is in New York City, and Leica's in Portland. They went really well. I know it doesn't seem like it did because of how how down tempo I am right now, but I'm just really exhausted. Everybody had really wonderful things to say. It seems like a lot of people have fabrication positions open, which is fairly rare. Like, people are always looking for animators, but fabrication jobs are like a little harder to come by. So all of those places were looking for fabricators, which is great. And yeah, I got all of their cards, all their information. It's all here, baby. What was I gonna do? Oh, right. One thing I would like to note that I mentioned a lot to you guys is like, oh, I always put down 15 cards because I never run out of them. I ran out of them. And I put down 20. Not 15. That's the thing that's so weird is like, I talked to 3 people today, but all of my resumes were gone. Like, where did they go? I have one for Hornet, one for Leica. Let's see that. Ooh, that's a good looking card. Open the Portal. Ooh, pretty swanky.
Hey everybody, Editing Meredith here. This is many moons later. It is the end of April, and I'm only just now getting to editing this, so I'm so sorry that it's not as current and up to date as I would like it to be, but I'm really happy that you're watching nonetheless. Feel free to leave any requests for any content down below, anything having to do with calarts or my life as a stop-motion animator. Thank you so much. Please like, comment, subscribe. There'll be more content coming.